Hello again. This is Tim Horning, and this is Tuesdays with Tim. This is probably the most important video that I've produced so far. It's important because we're talking about 2012 and why this is the most important year for your real estate investment career or scenario. It's important because the smart money is doing things we got to pay attention to. And let me give you a little history. Many of you know that back in 2005, 2006, I was prognosticating, saying that we were looking at some really tough times for real estate. The real estate was terribly overpriced, and I was known as the bad news bear. Well, I'm changing my tune now, becoming more bullish on what I'm seeing happening and what I'm perceiving that the big boys and girls and what they're doing. You know, just like being a San Diego Aztec fan, I believe we will win in this market. It's really important to make some moves now and position yourself. I'm part of a real estate team of Frontline Property Services, and we've been on the cutting edge for some time, staying in the background mainly because this market was so overpriced. And back in 2005, my associate wrote a report and predicted basically that 2005, 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 were going to be tough years. A lot of foreclosures, and of course, the psychology had grown from being very optimistic about real estate to just devastating. It's caused a lot of the speculators to leave the market, which is a good thing. What's left is smart investors like you and I. So here we are in 2012. So has the market psychology changed? We believe so. If you believe like me that this has occurred and that it's time to make some move in real estate, then come talk to me. Let's look at supply and demand. Now we know there's a lot of supply out there. Now what about the demand? The home ownership is down to about 66%. There's a lot of baby boomers that, of course, are retiring, but you've got the Generation X's and the Generation Y's that are out there, and they're going to be buying. And there's a lot of good value out there, especially here in beautiful San Diego. You know, in the interim, is it truly the right time and place to buy? And the answer is yes, with the right strategies. They're still going to have some downward pressure because there is a lot of supply out there, but the demand eventually will pick up for the reasons that I just mentioned. Okay, what are the big boys and girls doing? The reports that I'm reading are that they believe that we're looking at some really bullish markets in real estate for the next 6 to 7 years. There's a real estate investment trust called Equity Residential. They're in Manhattan, and they're building a 40-story, $134 million complex. And it's a mix. It's a mix between condos and apartments. So because of this real estate market, they're taking advantage of both the strong rents that are occurring and also the stability of the prices. What can you do to participate in this market? Well, you can join some of the big boys and become a small piece of a very big organization, or you can go do it yourself. I've talked to many of you. Many of you are doing that. Great. That's wonderful. So we're looking basically for cash, flow, and value, both. Yes, you can go with an apartment complex and deal with a single structure. There's some economy of scale, but there's also one or two things can happen in that complex that can affect the whole thing. And if the strategy changes during the next 3, 4, 5 years, you may want to sell off parts of it. You can't do that with an apartment complex, or you can with the mix like what we're doing, where we'll mix a group of condos and single-family homes in a package, and it really works out great. Again, as stated, I work with a team very experienced and very knowledgeable as far as finding properties, and we are looking for cash flow. We're looking for stability. We're looking for long-term returns. We're not looking for that quick get-rich scheme. We're looking for stability in this market, and we believe we can find it. So as my good Greek friend told me once, what his father told him, one good investment can be worth a lifetime of work. So this is very important that you position yourself and you take action now. This is Tim Horning, and this is Tuesdays with Tim. Have a great week.